Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to talk about a few other things that are going on as well. The SEC won't be giving up on enforcing crypto regulations, but what it focuses on will be different. So for the next 4 years, they're going to come up with a regulatory path forward. And as long as you stay in line with that regulations, you don't have to worry about a crackdown. But if you're out there pulling blatant rug pulls, you can expect the SEC to take you down. That's what I got from this article. But you knew that they were going to enforce the rules. They're going to create the rules and they're going to enforce the rules. That's what it comes down to. The ECB opposes Bitcoin once again. It's not suitable for central banks. So it looks like the ECB is doubling down on Bitcoin. In an interview with Cointelegraph, the advisor for the ECB said this: national reserves in Bitcoin are a risky idea. They also went on to say there is no real economic necessity for Bitcoin, as it lacks a true economic purpose or significant use. We knew this was going to happen. Other countries are going to start to lean in this direction as well. It's the same reason a lot of states in the US already turned down a Bitcoin reserve. Take a listen to what Tim Draper says about Bitcoin and XRP.
Bitcoin, because what happens is and you've seen it happen. Bitcoin had about a 40% market share on its first boom, and then there was a bust, and then it boomed again, and it had about a 50% market share, and then there was a bust, and then it boomed again, and it had a 60% market share. So it's a gravitational pull toward Bitcoin. There will be other currencies, other cryptocurrencies that have new advances and new developments, and new apps will be developed around them. But eventually all those apps will be developed around Bitcoin too. And it ends up being the place where most of the gravitational pull goes.
Well, Ripple is XRP is the Ripple currency. Yes, I'm an owner of Ripple or XRP. I'm an owner of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Tezos. I'm an owner of Aragon. I'm a believer. I think this is, it's happening, it's coming. It's so important for the world, and I want the world to know it, and I want other people in the world to get on board.
He is so excited about crypto in general. But when he was talking about Bitcoin, he kept talking about the 4-year cycle, the run up and then the bust. But this is the way the chart looks for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin maxis don't like when you point out this chart, because you could already see it's starting to lean. Bitcoin's 14-year resistance trend line is proven correct once again. The support line turns negative for the first time in 2025, indicating a fundamental change to the entire ecosystem, deflation. And that's what I've been saying all along. Eventually, these 4-year cycles are going to end, and Bitcoin is going to be replaced as the #1 cryptocurrency. And how that happens is through utility and use case and adoption. There's not going to be mass adoption for Bitcoin because you can't transact in it. It's way too expensive and it's way too slow. As adoption starts to happen for these utility-driven cryptocurrencies, the whole narrative is going to shift with that adoption. And I think that's what's going to end the 4-year cycle. But this chart actually shows that happening already. We're starting to reach the pinnacle for Bitcoin. Like I said, one last gasp before it comes crashing down. Ripple signed South Korea BDACS for institutional custody. Once again, Ripple is crushing it around custody. And that's going to strengthen the XRP ledger and strengthen XRP as well. Ripple has the best custody solution out there right now. Brad already looked ahead. Brad is always a few steps ahead of the competition. He knows custody is expensive, so he wants to make sure Ripple has a cheaper solution. He wants to make sure it's fully secure as well. We've seen issues at exchanges already. So going forward, as long as you have the best custody solution, you're going to see the most institutional adoption. That's why custody is important. Breaking: Trump signs executive order fully implementing Doge's government waste cutting initiatives. Now, what's said here is key. Each agency head shall, with assistance as requested from the agency's Doge team lead, build a centralized technological system within the agency to seamlessly record every payment issued by the agency pursuant to each of the agency's covered contracts and grants, along with a brief written justification for each payment submitted by the agency employee who approved the payment. This system shall include a mechanism for the agency head to pause and rapidly review any payment for which the approving employee has not submitted a brief written justification within the technological system. This has to do with technology and payments, and I said, here comes the upgrade to the digital system and blockchain. I could already see where this is going. They are going to put the US government on a blockchain, and these payments are going to be digital payments going forward. Now, like I said in the past, Ripple met with Trump multiple times. The XRP ledger would fit this purpose perfectly. And think about XRP being utilized inside of this payment system. I want to see where this goes from here. This could be very big going forward. Brazil, Hashdex, set to launch world's first spot XRP ETF. That ETF starts on April 2nd. I've seen a lot of people saying, well, Brazil approved that ETF. Look, we have no price movement for the price of XRP. The fund will start trading on April 2nd. Let's wait and see what happens once it finally starts trading. Did you catch it? A non-investment contract commodity, XRP. Take a listen to Loomis here.
Turning to market structure, I'm excited to work with Chairman Scott, our subcommittee members, Chairman Bozeman, Chairman French Hill over in the House, and Chairman G.T. Thompson, who are respectively chairs of Financial Services and Agriculture, to clearly draw the line between a security and a non-investment contract commodity, and to create a path for digital asset exchanges to register with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. This industry needs clear rules of the road that it can follow while simultaneously promoting both responsible innovation and protecting consumers.
They are trying to rush regulations forward. And I think we're going to see regulations quicker than we think in the United States. I don't think it's going to take until July of this year. And this, I had more respect for Patrick McHenry until he announced this today. Excited to share that I'm joining A16Z as a senior advisor. Technology is the future of economic growth, and I'm eager to help innovators navigate the policy landscape so they can build. For too long, DC has created barriers in startups and emerging companies. It's time to level the playing field and ensure that little tech and next generation of builders gets a fair shot. As a policymaker, I promoted solutions that remove bureaucratic barriers for American entrepreneurs. At A16Z, I am eager to continue that work and ensure policymakers understand what innovation needs room to thrive. A16Z ties this guy to ETHgate. Timeline: ETH founders in offices of A16Z. A16Z attends Bitcoin conference. ETH founders announce ICO. ETH ICO occurs. Whales are disguised. Jay Clayton meets with A16Z. VCWG put in motion. Hinman gives ETH free pass speech. Hinman joins A16Z. Shortly after, the Ripple vs. SEC case begins. And now you have Patrick McHenry joining A16Z. You know, here's what's sad about this. Now I know why they sat there and yelled at Gary Gensler instead of taking action against Gary Gensler. Because they're all part of the big scam. Patrick McHenry is the interim Speaker of the House. This comes out on October 2023. McHenry raised $4 million via funds from securities, banks, and real estate industries. The now defunct Signature Bank donated $70,000 to McHenry. McHenry also received money from FTX's GMI PAC through Crypto Innovation PAC. Now you could see his trail of laundering money as well. I had a lot of respect for Patrick McHenry. The fact that he's joining the likes of Hinman, he could go F off, in my opinion. U.S. House Tax Committee moves forward on bill to overturn controversial crypto IRS rule. So it looks like they want to eliminate this rule. The U.S. House Ways and Means Committee voted 26-16 during a hearing on Wednesday to overturn a controversial rule that requires custodial brokers to collect and report user data to the IRS. The resolution got some heat from Democrats who say Republicans are trying to weaken the IRS. I think they're trying to get rid of the IRS. Not just weaken it, just get rid of it. We must pass this resolution to avoid this nightmare for American taxpayers and for the IRS, while ensuring that the United States is in fact in a position to lead the world in innovation with digital assets and in the crypto sector. This would have killed DeFi, in my opinion. The IRS said in late December, it will require DeFi brokers to act like traditional securities brokers who are required to collect information about their users' trades. Some decentralized finance industry participants will have to send their customers Form 1099 tax returns, which are used to report payments that typically aren't from an employer, like gambling winnings, rents, and royalties. Hopefully they overturn this. I think this would have held back DeFi in the United States. And even the exchanges, a lot of people are going to start getting 1099s from the IRS. They're going to get tax forms from the exchanges because the exchanges are still reporting all the transactions you're doing. We need to get rid of the IRS. We need to go in a different direction in the United States, in my opinion. And I'm still waiting for them to announce that they're going to do away with capital gains tax on US-made cryptocurrencies. That could absolutely get this market moving. Any US-made cryptocurrency would instantly start to skyrocket in price. I'm waiting for that announcement to come as well. But you know, this is going to be a big year ahead for crypto investors. You cannot get discouraged now. I know there's a lot going on with regulations, even regulations themselves. That could be a black swan event for crypto. Think about it. A lot of cryptocurrencies would disappear very fast. And as that happens, the money's going to shift But I think we're going to see a major sell-off first. Then all of a sudden, a handful of cryptocurrencies will start to take off quickly after. Legitimate cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies that actually solve a real-world problem. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and we will get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.